Hi guys, this is a review of the MAC Face and Body that so many people requested from the last, what was it? Oh yeah, it was the goodies and gifts video. And I have mine in C3. Oh, by the way, I am wearing the Princess Lee's that Chef Kathy sent me. I don't know if you can tell or not. If I go really close, I don't know, can you? I'm not too sure which. Can you see those? I don't even know if you can see them. Maybe if I look down, maybe if I look sideways. I don't know. I don't know if you can see them. They're really, really, really natural. I do notice that the closer up I get, it kind of gives this weird crinkly there. But my skin there is really quite loose from age, and but I really love them. I really like the look of them. I don't think they're too outrageous. I tend not to wear false lashes, number one, because I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I tend to lose my own lashes. Not every time, but enough times where I'm like, oh man, I can't afford to lose any of these. So I just kind of forget about the fake lashes, or they're just really pronounced, which I don't tend to like. I kind of like them a little bit subtler, and these are perfect. And I remember Kathy asking whether or not it was okay if she sent me the shorter ones, and I was like, heck yeah, whatever you want to send, girl, I don't even care. It's just such an amazing treat, and I can't even believe that, you know, she thought of me, and I love her and adore her, and I'm so glad. And I think they're a box of 10, so woohoo, I have 10, and I'm going to reuse them as much as I can per lash, so that they'll maybe last me a lifetime, hopefully. I don't know. Okay, so on with the MAC Face and Body. So I have it on right now. Like I said, oh, let me just, there we go. I try to wear whatever it is that I am reviewing so that you guys can see, although, you know, it doesn't, all the foundations that I have tend to sort of have the same finish. I'm sure, as you've noticed, my face tends to look the same all the time, you know, and I know that it kind of is a bit of a drag for a lot of people. They prefer to sort of see different looks on me and this, that, and whatever, but that's just not the type of person I am. I don't really, you know, I'm not a makeup artist. I love makeup, but I don't play with it in the ways that other people do, I guess. I just kind of like using makeup to only enhance who it is that you already are. And I've always said that I would much rather see the woman first than her makeup, and everything else is sort of secondary. So that's why I kind of have a boring channel in terms of the way that I look, because it's pretty much the same. Right, I just digressed, whatever. Again, for the second time. Sorry, folks. Lordy, these kittens just have me on a rampage. Right, so C3, it's very liquidy. As I'm sure you guys already know about Face and Body, I was really sort of the last on the bandwagon. I really kind of had a not into MAC sort of thing. But if I held that, it would just start, you know, as you can see already. It's a very, very liquidy product. Now there's been some posts that there is a scent that is almost citrusy. And I've also read other posts where they can't stand the smell. It smells really funny to them. I will say, you know, if it is citrusy, it's so slight. And what I notice is that I didn't really notice much of a smell until after I've sort of applied it, and then I can kind of get a little bit of a hint of it. But it's so faint, so faint that, yeah, there is a tiny bit, but as you saw how close I have to put my nose and how long I have to sort of sniff. Now, I will say that having these kittens have sent me into an allergic, like, overload, and I'm already allergic to my own cats, but it's the price I'm willing to pay in order to have my furry babies. So now that I have these 5 others, it's just gone into complete mental land, really. I mean, I'm like coughing, I'm blowing my nose all the time, I probably have like a lot more dark circles and bags. So It may be a little bit stronger than what I can smell right now just because I'm quite stuffed. It's very, very, very sheer. Like really sheer, which is what I was looking for, especially in the summertime. And it's waterproof, which it wasn't something that I took into consideration when I was actually getting into this, because I don't tend to, I don't know what it is. I've never really been interested in waterproof anything. If I sweat it off, I sweat it off. Probably because I really prefer a sheer coverage to most things. I like my own skin coming through. I like the fact that you know, you can see sort of freckles in your own skin. So I've never looked for anything waterproof. Now I won't say that it doesn't smudge at all. But it definitely is in the waterproof family. I mean, when I blow my nose or when I would sort of wipe, I kind of did one of these. It was barely anything of the foundation, probably more so my bronzer or my blush. So it is definitely, I think that's why they tend to use this particular product for weddings, because it sort of has that waterproofness, will prevent you from, you know, most of the times weddings are in the summers. And so I think a lot of brides use this. I really like it. The finish is obviously dewy. I tend to go for the more dewier foundations regardless. It hasn't irritated my skin yet, but again, with most MAC products, for me, face products, in the past, I did find I didn't like the way my skin would look after a certain amount of use. So I've had it for maybe 10 days, 2 weeks. I haven't used it every single day in that time. And I really probably won't be able to tell for another month or longer to see whether or not it's going to break me out. It kind of, I'm not one of those immediate reaction with MAC face products. It's usually over a period of time. So I will definitely do an update if it does break me out. I obviously won't be using it anymore after that. But so far, I like the sheerness. The waterproof element is an added bonus. The color match is pretty darn good, but then again, MAC has always sort of been known for a huge range in their foundations and concealers, all that sort of stuff, and they really cater to, I think, ethnic minorities because they have that whole gamut, and they do the pink undertones, they do the yellow undertones, they do the neutral undertones, so there is quite a selection, so I find C3 is good. What I also know is that they are so sheer that even if you went into C2, C4, I mean, I think I could have that bit of a buffer so that C2 would have been actually okay as well as C4, perhaps. I just kind of went straight in the middle. And the fragrance, there really isn't one. The shelf life, now I did hear Laura, Lollipop26, say that some people had mentioned that you need to use this up pretty quickly because at a certain point, once the product starts separating, even if you were to shake, you know, that crap-a-doodle out of it, it doesn't really quite bind anymore. I was actually speaking to somebody at MAC about that, and she was quite surprised. Now, mind you, you know, if something sits for years, I'm assuming that's going to happen with any foundation. She said that she's had hers for over a year, and she's never seen that. Now, of course, she works for MAC, so, you know. But what I did notice was that all of the foundations that were on display, the more sort of, not obscure colors, but the ones that are really, really dark that would only be used by a smaller demographic of people, I'm sure has been sitting around for quite a bit, and it was fine when I shook it. So time will really only be, or sorry, that doesn't even make any sense. Test of time? Yeah, only time will tell. Oh my gosh, do you see that? You see how my noodle is all scrambled up there? Lord. So, as of right now, you know, it's new. I can't tell whether or not it's going to separate in the future, but I will definitely do an update. You know, that is, of course, if I'm still doing YouTube videos down the road. But I definitely give it a thumbs up. I'm really, really quite surprised and impressed with this. Again, you know, you can see, as you can see, you know, it really, all my sort of blemishes and stuff still, not blemishes, hyperpigmentation still comes through. I'm fine with that. So So yeah, oh, one other thing. A lot of people were mentioning the Makeup Forever face and body and how they love that so much more than this. And it had better ingredients in this, and that I should try that out. Obviously, like I said previously, I really only like to keep like one liquid foundation, one cream, one mineral. But I will definitely grab a sample of the Makeup Forever and sort of see how that is, just maybe even as a comparison. So thanks so much, guys, and I will actually try and do a few more videos right now while I have the time, so I'm sure you're going to be seeing this look. Thanks so much, guys.